All right, good morning. We are Hilchos Shchita, Siman Chav Daled, Siman Asif Yudaled, finishing the halachas of the five psuli shchita, which are again chazer over, are shehiyah, hagrama, ikur, chalada, and drasa. Now, one mnemonic device that I thought of to remember the five things is the Rashi Tevis are Sha'a Chad, Shin Ayin Hey, Shehiyah, Ikur, Hagrama, Chad, Chalada, and Darsa. Double meaning also, Chad is sharp, Shehiyah, whatever, something that could help you remember the five different things. Anyway, Kol Elo HaChalukim Kishuvada Shelo Naga Beveshet. All these chalukim of Hagrama and whatever is, when he did not touch the veshet, because if you pogam the veshet, it's a treif. Elo Bekone L'Tzad Mala. That's where you cut the kone towards the top. You're out of range. Elo Beveshet Afilu Shachab Kosher Chutz L'Makom Shchita. But the veshet, if you went out of bounds, bein l'tzamala, which we said we had the discussion of the torbitz of veshet, where that is exactly in earlier siman. Bein l'tzad mata, also whether you're out of bounds towards the bottom. Chein bekone l'tzad mata, or the kone closer to where it hits the reyes, it's the lungs. Kodem gemar hechsher shchita, if you nicked it before shchita, shegamar kol ashar makom shchita, even if you started the wrong way, you quickly moved over, whatever. Arei ze psula v'shenekivas makom elu b'mashehu, because these nekivas, these treif, these are called treifa. And it goes ahead and it asers the animal even if you shecht it afterwards. And any hagrama, the minig is to be hatrif every time. And this is also the shita of we're going to get into Ikur in a second. Rashi holds, and it's important that Rashi holds that Ikur is pegimas aveshet. Or pigima in the knife, which causes a pigima it causes a hole in the veshet, a hole in the kone. That's going to trace the animal up. It's going to be important in a couple minutes. So now we're getting into sif tesvav, ikur. So what's the last halacha? Ikur ketza kegon shenekar hakone or veshet. If the kana or the veshet is pulled out of the bottom of the jaw, me'alechi or me'habasar, not only from the where it sticks into the lechi, but also from also where it's attached. And nishmat echad mehem o shneim kodem gemar shchita, or if one of them pulls out as he's trying to shecht, that's considered ikur. Aval im shachad echad ba'oif, if you shechted echad ba'ov arubo v'achach nishmat hasheni, and the other one popped out, shechasok sheira. Nishmat echad mehem, if one of them popped out, pulled out, v'achar kach shachad es hasheni, but if it was nishma by a chicken, if it was nishma, one popped out, and then you shechted, that's considered psula. Even though by an oath you only need to shecht one, but once one comes out, then that's considered nekar, and that because that already causes is considered ikur because it's something violent to the animal. Even though you didn't cut it with a knife, wasn't done with a knife, but that's considered the whole ma'aser shchita, and that's puzzle. It doesn't make a difference before, after, anything part of the ma'aser shchita. If one of the simanim pulls out of the jaw, then that is ikur b'miyut kana b'miyut basa b'miyut kana b'miyut veshet. It doesn't make a difference. but that's after shchita. But b'chayav, however, if there is ikur b'chayav, that one of the pipes over there got pulled out of place, so the kosher, then the animal is kosher. El she'ein shchita ba'elos bo, but but however, shchita doesn't help for it. Meaning you can't shecht it because you cannot shecht simanim shmutim. You can't shecht the simanim if they're not in place, because that would be either it says you can't do it properly, or you can't, or it's considered ikur. If even it's already nishma and you're trying to shecht it, it's considered ikur. So therefore you can't do shchita. However, it's not a treifa. It doesn't go into hilchos treifas, and therefore nafkamina li'in chelbo beitzim shelo shehen ksheris. Nafkamina is b'chayav that you can have you can drink the milk or eat the eggs from the chicken, and they're kosher. And that the animal is not considered a treifa. Now the shach and all the other Shulchan and Chalchos Adam all say that lemaisa were machmir. Rav poskim hold that it is considered a treifa, since this whole it's a suffix. Yeah, the Aruch Shulchan explains that since there's a machlokes Rashi and the Bahag, what Ikur is. Rashi holds Ikur is a pgima in the sakim, which tears a hole in which will tear a hole in the simanim. The Bahag holds Ikur is how the Shulchan paskins over here, that it's nishma, that the siman pops out of place. So that is so we say that okay. The pshat in the Ramah is that we're machmir for the Bahag and in Rashi by shchita, at least everyone's moda, but that's only by shchita. But by what b'chayav, then we're not necessarily machmir like the Bahag, but the Rava Poskim hold that alpha pika is still a suffix deraisa, and therefore it's ulcer and it's treif. Tez Zayin, how the apostle be'ikur. Hainu kishener kar kulo. That which is possible, when we say psul ikur, that's when it's completely pulled out of the place. Well, in the shtayerbo, but if it's still attached, afilu mashu, if it's still attached even by the basar to the back of the mouth over there, kosher. Then it's still kosher. V'hu also shenisha hu b'makom echad. That's only if it's attached, even if it's just a teeny little bit in one spot. However, v'im miut hanisha hu meduldal. But if that's really has to be actually attached, like you tug on it and it's attached, even not too hard, but al it's attached. However, if that is stringy, and therefore it's attached, but it's movable. Shuma'at kan uma'at kan. You see, there's different strings attaching. It's not like a whole piece. Puzzle. Then that is puzzle. Shenikar hadavar shenekar b'koach. You see that you see that the siman that the simanim were accidentally pulled out b'koach. It's a flimsy. It's a flimsy attachment. Havele ne'ekar kulo upalsel. The meduldal is not considered attached. It's considered it's kilo. It's attached already because it's loose. But that's only if most of it is pulled out. About imlo ne'ekar elamute. However, if it was ikur only on the part of the on a piece of the siman, rubo kayim, afapi sharov zehanisha humaduldal. That's only if there's a miyah, there's a little bit attached. However, if most of it's attached, but that attachment is mostly is flimsy, is flexible, whatever, it's stringy. Humaduldal ma'at kan kosher. The only problem is if it's a miyud and it's meduldal, so already that's not considered attached. However, if it's rove like that or all like that, then it's still a bit attached, and even if it's moving around, that's okay. Sif Yud Zayin. Shachat echad mehasimanim nimtza asheni shamot. If you shechted one of the simanim and you find that the second The second, the simin is pulled out of place. Ve'en yadua im kodem shchita nishmat o acher shchita reizu psula. So there's a day that if it's shamut michayim, so then it's not a problem of ikur. It's not a psul shchita. It might be a shay of trephus, but the lemais is that but it's not considered ikur that would passel that would passel a shchita. However, if it's a suffix, then we don't know a suffix nevela, and we're machmer agav afilu zaraka oif miyado. Even if right away the conveyor belt throws the chicken to a big vat, velo amrinan, we still say it's a suffix and it's possible. We don't toilet because there's a cheska sister over here. We're not toilet that it happened afterwards because we don't know for sure. We don't say, well, yeah, probably we don't do a tzliya by something where there's a cheska sister. You need a vadai mater or something, but until we have that clear mater, then we're not gonna start being toilet or anything like that. However, if they ask for shoichet and he says it was happened before, so then he has neman to say he has nemanus to say that. Okay, Yud Ches. Ninsa hasimin hashachat shamut. After the shchita, he finds that the simin is shamut. It's pulled out of place. Im kishashachat tafas hasimanim. If the sheikhet knows that when he did shchita, he was holding the simanim biyado, or beis shchita miachorav, he was clenching it from behind the neck, keeping things steady by pulling the skin from the other side. He knows that one, because of how hard he was pulling it or whatever, that one of the simanim went under moved around and went under the skin. Then we say it's possible because since he was holding it, we say that, and it moves, so that we say, okay, there's a good chance over here that he accidentally ripped one of the simanim out of place, and therefore it's a suffix nevela. However, if he wasn't holding it and he just shechted it, mutter, because we have no reason to assume that why would it go out of place? But however, it's only mutter de b'dika. Sheyavi behema.
He was squeezing the skin on the back of the neck.
Yeah.
And he felt either the kind of the veshet move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Without a feeling that it moved, there's no.
Yeah, there's no reason. However, but it says only de b'dika. However, this is only mutter de b'dika. What's the b'dika? Sheyavi behema v'yishchad a simin, that you take a behema, you cut and you shecht one simin, v'achar kach ya'akrenu, and then you pull that simin out. Im doimos shtei shchita zilazu kshera. If this is how an animal which was shechted and then yaker and then ripped out of place looks, so then gewaltig. I mean, I don't know if nowadays whether you could use a photograph to go ahead and to prove that. They should do it once, take a photograph. I don't know. That would be interesting. But Lamaisa, any suffix we trace up anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. This is more theoretical. However, if there's more blood, or it's redder in the second one, psula, because you see that there was a proper shchita, and if you shecht it properly, there's more blood. Ikur, there's not going to be blood. There's not going to be so much blood because you're not shechting you're not hitting the veins and the arteries and everything like that. You don't have to, but it's normal for blood, or even if there's capillary or whatever. Some blood comes out, but ikur is not necessarily blood. So therefore, if you check the other one and it's more bloody, then you see this one was shown before. Psula Rishayna va'achshav einanu b'kim b'dikazu hilchach b'chol gavna aser. We don't really know. We're not b'kim in these types of things. So therefore, we aser. If it's a suffix, we aser it. Yutes. Shachad ha'oif kedarko, if you shechted bird, chicken, kedarko, behechsher, you shechted it, behechsher, v'achar kach gomer hashchita, matzah tabas. Oh, and one other interesting the place we talk about in Sif Yud Ches about we'll see in Chaf. We'll talk about in Chaf, whatever. Shachar ha'oif kedarko, right? You shechted the chicken normally, behechsher v'achar gamar shchita matzah tabas me'agageres shalem al hasakin kosher. You find again there's rings. We saw there's rings along the kone, rings of cartilage, and if you go ahead and if you it's pulled apart, then you can get a whole ring to come off. So therefore, if after you shecht you find that your chalaf, your shchita knife has a nice ring on it, very pretty, then it's still kosher. We don't say that it was Ikur, because we say that maybe when he was shechting it, the thing rolled around a little bit, and somehow or other it sliced off the tabat, instead of, not that it was pulled out, ripped out of place, but it could be it rolled around a bit, and therefore it sliced it in the circle, and it came off. Again, everything we know sveikus, everything those who say it's also treif v'chein ikur. We don't play around. We're not such bekim in these types of things. So therefore, we ask v'ein l'shanos, and we don't, and it doesn't, and we're not makel. And even if we don't find it on the knife, Shach said brings the poskim. Even if we afterwards we find a tabas on the ground, after he shechs, we find like a piece of the kana on the ground, whatever. We're gonna say it's treif because it's possible that it happened. Like he accidentally pulled it too hard and the piece came off or whatever. So therefore, we're gonna treif that up as well. However, the Shus Yanko, the Cheshuvah says that if it's still attached, it's hanging off. So then right there, we can be makel. However, again, a lot of these shilas where there's room to be makel nowadays in the shlachtos, in the base of shchita, if it's definitely a chutzar, they just, it could be that the owners of, if it's a goyish own, so there's a deal already. They just take it, and there's not a lot of hefsid involved. So therefore, there's no reason for kulas over here. Chaf hasheichet tarnagol. If you're shechting a chicken, tzarich lizar sheyitchlik. You have to be careful. Sheyitchlik ragel b'karka. You have to be sure that when you do it, you hold his legs down hard onto the floor, or you hold it up, because the problem is because chickens, when you're trying to shech them, they have strong legs, and therefore they'll kick down on the floor trying to escape, and it's gonna move the chicken around, and you're gonna end up pulling out being okay the simanim accidentally. You won't get a good grip because it's going to suddenly kick off. So therefore, you have to be sure that either you hold it down tightly or you hold it up in the air. That's why in the factories they hang the chickens upside down. They're up in the air. It's also easier, but Aruch is also a kind of din that that the minig is to hold it up. And hold it upside down like this, so therefore it doesn't. You won't come to that. There's a discussion about the turkeys. Turkeys are speaking to Sheikhet. Turkeys supposedly are very, very, very strong animals, strong birds, extremely strong. A kick from a turkey can break a leg. So they're very strong birds. So in order to go ahead and to shech them they're very strong, so the amount of treifas are very, very few. they're very clean when it comes to treifas. But the shechita is difficult because you need a few people to hold the turkey down, so this doesn't happen. That it doesn't move when and that holding the turkey up doesn't exactly work because it's a very large bird. I mean, most of the turkeys that are shechted, I think, are baby turkeys. But a full-size turkey, is not is complicated. So they have to they pull the neck back, whatever. They need a few people to do it. Someone told me he was learning shechita, so he said, or he was told, he said he knew someone who said he could do it. He'll shecht a turkey by himself. Small guy. So he jumped on the back of the turkey. I don't know if he was riding the turkey. I can't answer you. He jumped on the back of the turkey, pulled the head back, and shechted it. But Akopanim,
We're sitting on
yeah. So, Akopanim, turkeys are more complex. Even in the place can talk about the Tarangol Indic, which is the turkey. There's some different complexities. Akopanim, it's fine. It's just they have to be sure that it doesn't move around because it could be a shaila of Ikur. I think we'll stop here at this end.